Woman who worked in a Milwaukee public school is accused of having an intimate relationship with a 16-year-old student and letting him use her gun in a drive-by shooting.
Yeah, y'all, they got another one. My only question before we continue with this video is, I was 15, 16, 17 once. And where were all these teachers at when I was this age, when I was in school? I think we all had the same crush on these, at least the good ones. They had them hag teachers, but the good looking ones, I think we all had a crush on them. But none of this was going on when I was young, or at least I didn't know about it. Maybe I wasn't popular enough, good looking enough to get one of these kind of teachers, but I sure had some daydreams about some of them. But let's keep going.
Saria Salen is live at Milwaukee County Jail tonight, where 30-year-old Oshai Williams is being held on several charges. Saria investigators say the student.
She looked like, just looking at her photos, she looked like she wanted nothing but a thug. She got tired of the men running in and out of her life, bags under her eyes at 30 years old, looked like she's young and old at the same time. She's been through a lot, and she decided to take her future into her own hands and groom somebody from the place that she worked. Dumb mistake.
Told them this relationship went on for months.
Kristen Patrick, according to the criminal complaint, Williams met the 16-year-old student at Marshall High School. He says she taught him Spanish. They started hanging out after school, and one thing led to another.
One thing leading to another, you know what that means. Taught him Spanish, the language of love. But, you know how it goes, man. These students, first of all, you're dealing with a 16-year-old. They are impressionable. They will speak. You've never heard one of these stories where the student was able to keep a secret. This is a lesson for all you teachers who are thinking about or have decided to pursue a relationship with a student in your care. It never turns out the way you want it. And this girl just compounded the situation by getting involved in some other things outside of just the relationship with a student. She's looking at a lot of time, not just for the relationship, but for, being involved in some violent activities that this young dude was involved in. You can tell she wanted a thug, and she decided to get one that was underage. That's the main problem.
Investigators say this woman, 30-year-old Oshai Williams, worked here at Marshall High School, where she met a 16-year-old boy and they became romantically involved.
I wonder if they roughed her up and her hair became this entanglement that she has going on with her hair. Looks like it's hanging on within an inch of its life. Like the wind blows, that little ponytail latch on that she got will go flying in the wind. They probably roughed her. It looked like she got roughed up because she got a curl in the top and bangs on the curl in the back, bangs on the top. She just all the way toe up, and the lips are ashy. I see why she decided to groom and raise someone that she can control, because the look that she got going on. And if they just arrested her at school or at home, some of y'all be looking toe up when y'all just ain't expecting to see somebody. They probably took the bonnet off of her when they arrested her, searched it for contraband, and this is what they found under it.
According to the criminal complaint, investigators discovered the relationship while investigating a drive-by shooting on February 1st at 27th and Hour.
We went to Checkers, got something to eat, then shots just came out of nowhere. It just would not stop. It was just going all through my house. Like, I had to get on top of my kids in the top.
First of all, what are those? What are those that she's wearing? That's crazy.
Just going all through my
Uggs? Yeah, they look like they saying
house. Like, I had to get on top of my kids in the top.
The woman who lived in that home, too shaken up to go on camera, she still does not know why someone randomly fired into her house. You've never heard of these people?
Never in my life. Never.
According to the criminal complaint, Williams told Milwaukee police the 16-year-old boy got a phone call she thought was a taunt about shots being fired into her own home a few days earlier. The boy told her to drive to 28th and Hour. When they got there, he pulled her loaded Glock out of her purse and started shooting out the passenger.
She's riding around with a Glock with a 30-round clip on it. What kind of teachers, what kind of people are they letting inside of these schools around your kids? Not only are they pursuing relationships with the kids, but they're riding around with Glocks with extended clips on them. This is just crazy. And on top of that, there's too many women riding around with guns. Back when I was young, it was unheard of to hear about this many women owning guns, let alone riding around with them in their purses. Women were to be protected back then by men, but it seemed like they're taking the protection racket into their own hands because these women, man, if you run up on a woman, you're more than likely to get the same reaction that you would get from a dude. They're trying to throw hands with you, and more often than not, they have a gun on them. So be careful. 30 round drum, 30 round clip on a Glock handgun that this woman is running around with. She's looking at some time. That's a federal offense.
Window.
Then it finally stopped. God gave me strength to run outside to say stop. Wrong house or what?
During that investigation, a Bureau of Child Welfare official interviewed the 16-year-old. He told them he and Williams started hanging out after school at her house. He said the relationship turned intimate and they had been dating several months.
And Saria, how is the district responding tonight?
Kristen, MPS tells me she was never an employee of the Milwaukee Public School District. She was a contract worker. On the MPS website, she is still listed as an Elevate Spanish classroom coach at Marshall High School.
Meaning she was an employee, but that's how they do. They will separate themselves from any kind of controversy. You can be working for them. You get caught up in something, they're going to say she was never an employee. He was never working for us. That's how they kind of put a barrier between them and the problem. And she is a problem right now. But she's about to find out that these people is not playing with you females out here trying to take advantage of kids. And I don't want to say, make it seem like, that I advocate or I condone this kind of behavior. I'm making light of the situation when I say, where were these teachers at when I was in school? Kinda, you know what I mean? Because back when I was in school, it was unheard of. Like I said, it was unheard of for teachers to be having relationships with students. I'm pretty sure it happens sometimes, but I don't want to say that we were more savvy in keeping it to ourselves, because if that was the case, it would have been more out there. But you're finding a lot more teachers are finding themselves in this kind, and they look good, man. It's not the teachers that are looking like the woman on the left or the right of your screen, on the left in the yellow shirt. It's more like the one in the green. You know, they are getting these good looking teachers and clapping them out and getting these teachers caught up. These teachers are looking for love in all the wrong places, probably been through the ringer with older dudes and just want to start with somebody that they can mold. They think that these young dudes are the ticket to a happy life, but
All right, Saria Sandlin reporting live in Milwaukee. Thank you.
that's the show right there, man. Tell me what you think. Am I the only one that was had crushes on teachers and was dreaming of situations like this that never came to fruition? Or am I the only one? And just let me know. Let me know in the comments. Because it seems like a lot of these young dudes are catching these young teachers off guard, getting into relationships and ruining their lives. And it's usually, and I'm not going to say it's usually with some young thug, because most of the time it's um, I want to say white teachers. I don't want to put a jacket on them, but it seems like these young white teachers are more often doing this than the black ones. They have black ones too, but never to this extent where the teacher is getting in a relationship and being involved in other criminal activity, street criminal activity after the fact. But that's my show for today. I am Epic, and this is Media Circus Online. Don't forget to go ahead, hit that like, subscribe, notification bell so you can get my content whenever I drop it. Y'all have a good day. I'm out.